You have got so much going on. How inevitable is it that we are going to drop? And this ball's the easiest one to drop, I think.
It is, and it's almost the last thing in the chain, isn't it? Is we can get the staff there on time, we can have them cleaning to a decent standard, hopefully, we can do all the lovely follow-up, was the client happy, and then they don't pay us, and then we've got to do the credit control bit. It's kind of the last bit in the whole chain, and it's the most important bit, is getting paid, really, because that's the whole reason for doing it in the first place.
And so, can I add one bit? Because I like to add the emotion in. I'm all about the emotion. Do you know what we say to ourselves when they don't pay us? They hate us. They didn't like us. They don't want us as cleaners.
Yeah.
It's not. They forgot to pay you.
Happy. Yeah. And it's almost like you're scared to make the phone call because is it going to be a complaint?
Across the board, not just the holiday let sector, I am probably looking for drive and enthusiasm is two main factors. The ability to problem solve, because it's not all about the successes to me. It's also about the failures, but how did they deal with that failure? I find those give you more information and see how they've responded to it, which is something that we pride ourselves on, because we do fail on occasion, but it's how you respond to that failure. And it's not a negativity. It is a learning curve, but it's not a negativity.
Social media presence, I think that's a big one. For a business to grow, they need to have a good social media presence. So I'd be looking at their social media. How active are they? Can you see that they're growing as a company or as a business? Ask people for reviews. The amount of great feedback a lot of companies get, and they don't ask for reviews. So we send a text after each job, can you leave us a wee review and things like that. And so if you get good reviews, good feedback, something that I would like to see, something that would surprise me, a unique selling point. A lot of cleaning companies kind of copy each other and do the same kind of stuff. So if there's something out there somebody's doing, I would like to see that, something a bit different.
Now, you've lived through a recession, haven't you? So you must have been in the cleaning industry in the last one. How was it for you?
Don't feel it's ever really over affected us because we're not cheap either. So we are the most expensive in our area. So I feel that the clients we clean for, they're the higher end of salaries anyway, because that's the ones we market for. So I don't feel we're going to drop. I haven't fretted over the recession at all. I haven't even gave it a second thought. I'm not expecting it to affect us.
And it's strange that, isn't it? When you're saying, well, I'm expensive, therefore people won't stop using me, as opposed to people that go, well, I'm cheap. Everyone would want to swap to a cheap cleaner. It's a completely different outlook to what people would expect.
Yeah, no, I'm not expecting it. We're still getting the same amount of leads in. We haven't had any drop off. And, at the end of the day, if £72 a week is going to, enable them to have family time at the weekend, that would sell it to me as a mum of four, 100%. So it's the way that you market, I think, maybe has a massive impact on it too.
I knew that I was going to have to register for VAT. We registered for VAT really relatively quickly, I think in the first year and a half of the business. And I just whacked my prices up 20%. I just went for it. Probably like I did everything at that time, was like, well, that's just how much it is. And I didn't really think too hard about it. And unfortunately, the position the business was in at the time, I kind of left myself open to other people taking advantage of that 20% price rise, shall we say. So the biggest hit from me was not so much customers cancelling, it was team members taking the opportunity to actually take customers from me because of the price rise. So it was like a combination effect. It was horrific, I'll be honest, it was horrific. When I say what is the actual problem, it's because it's not always the obvious problem. So for example, maybe a team member starts missing things, forgets to lock a house. I've definitely had that happen. Or maybe they're taking longer at cleans for no apparent reason. Now you might be thinking, well, the problem is the team member then, just not up to scratch. Maybe they need to go. Maybe you think they just don't want to do a good job. Maybe they just don't care. But maybe there are problems at home. Maybe they just need more training. Maybe they're not well. Maybe there's something else going on. So if you can identify the actual problem, then at least you're hopefully working with facts rather than guesses when you're coming up with solutions. And it'll also help you look at the problem from the other person's point of view. If you are there, and like a lot of you are already there or you're nearly there, genuinely well done, because getting your cleaning business up to this level or close to it is a massive achievement. VAT is, in my opinion, it's a tax on success. And although it can be painful and it can be scary, if you've actually got this far, then you've got what it takes to smash through and really scale up your business now. So although it can feel like something that's looming, think of it as actually a goal that you want to get to and smash through the other side, then it first of all, emotionally, it makes it feel a lot less scary and somewhat of a celebration.